Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast. Today, we just got a normal episode. It's just me and Lindsay over here. We're just trying to fill an episode up right now, and we figured that we would come on and talk about our relationship, which we have tried to do several times. The episodes don't usually work out so well. Well, the first one we did was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
It was the first episode that me and you literally ever recorded. It was the first one I ever recorded. It was anything. It was great, but she didn't like the way that she looked in it.
It was disgusting.
So I had to
not be on the internet forever and ever.
Yeah, I had to erase the whole fucking thing. And so here we are. I think this is attempt number 4. My brother is also here.
Yeah, we have a live audience.
Wandering around the apartment, but for some reason he's being a little pussy. As you can see, the mic set up and shit, because I assumed he was going to sit in on this with us, but
We'll see if he shows up.
I'm sure he'll come in at some point. See, there he is.
He's on doggy duty if he's going to be over there.
Yeah, exactly. Keep the dog at bay, will you? But yeah, so...
Yeah, she will definitely eat.
Me and Lindsay, we have a great story of how we met and our relationship and shit. It's hilarious. The last several times we've tried to record this is what we talk about. I think one time, what was it? You said I cut you off too much. That's why.
That's why we ended the whole recording. It was a huge fight.
15 minutes into the episode, and she got so mad at me, and I got it all on video, and I made her watch it later that day and was like, who's wrong here, huh? Who's wrong?
I was like, if you didn't cut me off, we wouldn't have started this whole thing.
I put it on the TV.
Yeah, he made me sit on the couch and watch it on the television.
We have a 75-inch fucking TV.
Like, you're a piece of shit.
And I made her sit down, because later that night I got a little hammered, and I was like, watch this. I didn't even do anything.
It was really embarrassing for me, actually.
But I proved my point. So, it's usually what I do, and I'm really good at it. So, evidence is key.
That's what you cared
especially
about,
in those situations.
Your point.
Yeah.
Idiot.
But before the mics heated up, we were talking about how bad of a drunk you are.
Oh, why do we even have to?
It's so bad. Like, we were talking about,
I cannot hang.
Like, drinking and driving and stuff, and, like, like when you go out and, you're with somebody that doesn't drink like you do, and you're just like, when we get home, she's always like bitching at me the next day. She's like, I always have to drive. And it's like, I drive there, you drive home. So you're not always driving. But
oh my gosh.
In the matter of reality.
Driving there doesn't count. Driving there does not count.
In the matter of reality.
What? You want to talk, Rick? Get in.
In the matter of reality, you don't drink like I do, right. And you can't.
So it only takes me like 2 beers to get drunk, so I can't have more than 2 beers to hang out the whole day.
Why would you want to? Because you act crazy after that amount, and it's not fun for anyone.
I can have more than 2 beers.
It's wild. I mean, I don't know if we talked about the time with your work party, or work, whatever you want, work brunch, work party.
Coworkers.
They all know about it. They were there. Your parents were there. I mean, it was a spectacle. This girl fucking, I'll tell you what, dude. We went out for brunch. I'm going to tell the whole story.
I know. I hate you very much.
I'm sorry, but it's so funny.
You're not sorry, because you're going to do it anyway.
At least I erased the picture. So I can't have Keith put it in here because I erased it. We're trying to teach
cadence that don't say you're sorry unless you're actually sorry. It doesn't mean anything. Your I'm sorry does not mean anything. So don't say I'm sorry. You're going to tell this shitty story.
What?
We kept drinking.
Did you come over?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I was asleep.
So anyway, Lindsay starts this new job, and they decide to go out for like a girls' brunch, and all the ladies at the office, shout out ladies at the office, they all love me. They all wanted to meet me. So we go to this restaurant in Utica for brunch, and I immediately asked, I was like, so I'm going to buy around...
Oh, no, before we even went to brunch, we got in a fight about... ordering shots.
Ordering
I said,
shots
don't
for the table.
Shots at breakfast. That's disgusting. Don't do it. It's trashy. This is your first impression. Don't do it.
Guess who did it? Guess who wanted it though? The whole table. Everybody was so stoked when I read the table, and we were there for a little while at that point, and I was like, oh, these ladies are fun. Like, they want shots at brunch, and we did Fireball, so it wasn't like anything crazy. And so one of the ladies left, so there was 2 shots, and I know that I could do the 2 shots and be fine. I knew that I was going to be all right. Well, while I'm doing one, Lindsay shoots hers so fast and then grabs the other one to show off and does the other one. And immediately, it was a fucking immediate
It
reaction.
didn't even go all the way down. I swear to God, it stopped like mid-chest, and it just sat there for a second. And then
She fucking
threw
puked on
up
herself.
right on my shirt at the table.
She fucking puked like baby vomit.
Like baby barfed
Just
on
like
myself.
all over the front of her. And thank God
went
nobody
whoop,
saw
whoop.
it but me. Because
And
I was
ran to the bathroom
I was
as
sitting-
fast as I could in my
sitting-
heels. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
sitting right next to her and nobody
You were
saw
like-
it. Thank God. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Go, go. Nobody saw it. So she runs to the bathroom, cleans herself up. Nobody was the wiser.
Right.
And then we decided to go to another bar afterwards because one of the girls was bartending.
Right.
And literally we get in the car and I could tell she was fucked up already. So I think she had like a drink at brunch. And
No.
what'd you
no,
have?
No.
What'd you? I can't remember.
I got unlimited mimosas.
Oh, which is
So
nothing.
I had multiple mimosas, and the other girls that had gotten flights had decided that they didn't like some of theirs, so they were giving them to me. And this was my breakfast: was champagne and Fireball shots.
I mean, I drank a whiskey coffee and then probably like 4 Coronas while we were sitting there.
yeah.
And
But then
a shot
on
of
the
Fireball.
way to the next bar, in my head, I said, "My stomach hurts. I just threw up.
Let me smoke
Let's
as much
smoke
weed as I possibly
weed
can.
and balance it out. Let's smoke a lot of weed, and then my stomach won't hurt anymore, and I'll be fine."
And what did I say to you, Linz? I
Don't
said,
do
hey,
that.
probably
Don't
not a
do
good
it.
idea.
Don't do it. You're gonna be sick. Don't do it. And I said, "My stomach hurts. I have to smoke. It'll make me feel better."
Yeah, and what does she do? We get to that bar and
fell
she
asleep.
was a fucking mess. Now in that car ride, I had no idea that she was texting her parents.
Oh yeah.
And then it invites her,
Ooh, my mom was picking my dad up across the street.
she invites her parents to this brunch party thing.
Yeah, because we moved to a next
to
bar.
the next bar, and I had no idea. And I barely knew them at this
Yeah.
point. And they just walk in, and Lindsay's just like so fucked
Already a
up,
mess.
so fucked up. And her
Now it's
mom's
like, hey.
her mom's like trying to get her to stay and eat, and I'm just like, no. I'm like, she needs to leave. I'm like, what are we doing right now? I'm like, she needs to get the
Already
fuck
butting
out of
heads.
here. So she disappears, and I'm like, where the fuck is this girl? Dude, she was in the bathroom with the door open. With the door open.
way.
Yes, with the door open, with her pants around her ankles,
Oh my god.
sleeping on the toilet.
I didn't know the door was
This was
open.
11:30 in the morning. We're not even at noon yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we were.
No, we weren't. We left at noon. So this was like
Yikes.
11:30,
Right.
11:45, because I came out and got your mom, and I go, you need to go get her. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And your mom was just like so adamant on you like staying there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is the
She-
craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, you need to get this girl the like. I literally I started getting mad because like I had a few drinks or whatever, but like I know how to handle myself.
And I don't.
And I was like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I needed to go to bed.
I'm like, we cannot keep sitting here drinking
Right.
more.
I did
Like
not
I can,
need
yeah, but
to
if,
sit at the bar. I
yeah,
need to go
yeah, let's
home and
let
go to
your
sleep.
daughter, who is face down in her crotch right now, sit at a bar for longer.
No, I needed to go home.
So I put you on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I literally threw her on my shoulder, put her in the front seat of my car, and as we're driving through Utica to go home, we go past the Utica Odd, and she goes, you need to pull over. I need to throw
Right
up.
now.
We're right next to the police station. There's a little spot of grass by the Utica Hotel in the back.
I need to puke.
And she crawls out of my fucking Fast and the Furious car that's about an inch off the ground
Mind you, we got a speeding ticket on,
on the way there.
to
Yeah.
brunch.
I got a speeding ticket on the way to brunch.
And he blamed it on me, which was so horrible.
But yeah, so then she crawls out of the car and she starts.
Out of my hands and
It's
knees.
we're in Utica. There's no grass
At
anywhere.
noon on a Saturday.
There's traffic everywhere. Like it's so busy and there's no grass anywhere. But she crawls to the one spot of grass that she could possibly find on her hands and knees and just starts fucking just dry heave puking and shit. And I go, can we hurry this up so I don't go to jail, please? I'm like, this is
We have
fucked.
to leave now.
Like we need to go. So we get home. It's like probably 12:15, 12:30 at this point. And I'd already been drinking. So like when I start drinking at 10 in the morning, I'm going to drink till at least
You gotta
7 at
go,
night.
yeah.
You know? Dude, we get home. I had to carry her up a flight of stairs on my shoulder. Brought her to the bathroom, and she
Thankfully,
stayed.
I'm small.
Yeah, she stayed on that bathroom floor from 12:30 at night until 6 o'clock at night,
12:30 at night.
or 12:30
He
in the
means,
morning.
like, noon.
Yeah, 12:30 noon until 6:30 at night. Just passed the fuck out. I made her a little bed in the bathroom because she liked the
Slept
floor.
great. It was cold. It felt nice.
And I just sat here, and yeah, now that he said it, I think he stopped over for a little
Yeah.
while, and then
By the time I woke up and I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
You were.
I was
shit
done.
faced, yeah.
I've been drinking for fucking 14 hours.
Right.
So
I just slept for 6 hours. I was ready to go. I slept my whole night. I was ready to.
it was. We really hadn't even been dating that long at that
No.
point, right?
Well, no.
Well, no, you lived here, didn't you?
Yeah, it had to have been over a year.
Yeah, you lived
because
here.
When we started dating, I wasn't at that job.
Right. Yeah. So you had to have been living here.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted to get into because I think the way that me and you met was
Oh my gosh,
really
what if my parents
was
listen to this?
they're going to, and
Or
you
their
know
friends.
it. Your parents are
Sorry,
avid
Mom.
listeners.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
They're avid listeners of the podcast. Thank you very much. This
They have their
episode
friends listen. I'm sorry. Please don't.
This
listen.
episode is going to be all about your daughter and me. So
Oh,
if you
no.
don't want to hear about it, please
Skip to the next
change the
episode.
channel. Change the channel,
What
okay?
is it? Parental guidance.
Parental advisory.
Advisory.
Or yeah, parental warning.
Right. No
The
parents.
stunts featured on this show are performed by professionals
Should
only.
not be tried at home. Oh my god.
So anyway, I
Alex loves the story of how we met.
think it's
When we met.
crazy. Listen,
But we say it different. We think it's different.
we acknowledge that we were both we were
That's a
whores.
salute.
We were very slutty
We were promiscuous.
in our days, and we both relate to it. We
What are
don't
you gonna do?
hate each other for it. We accept it, you know.
I wanna sip. There's no room.
So I'm just trying to figure out how to go about
Okay,
this.
So Alex creeped on my Facebook.
no, I
and
want to
messaged
talk
me.
before. So I was single for 3 years.
Oh,
So I was single for 3 years after me and my kid's mother
kind of.
split up. Yeah, I
Single
mean, I
as
was
in not
sleeping
in
around like a motherfucker. I was in a
relationships,
motorcycle club. I was getting laid left and right, doing drugs, getting wild, riding motorcycles, just, you know, being nuts. And
Being a
then
cowboy.
things kind of settled down in that department a little bit of going nuts. But I, you know, my
You're welcome.
my thing
You're
was
welcome. Even
I would-
the night before we met, you were still trying to go wild.
Oh, I
so
was.
You're welcome.
The night before
I settled
we met.
him down.
The night before we met, I got into a little skerfuffle at
Smashed in the face.
at a place that I'm not gonna say, but if you watch, if you're out there, you know. And yeah, so I met Lindsay.
Can we insert the picture of your lip here? Question.
I don't
mark?
have any.
I definitely do.
Oh, then I can send it to Keith. Yeah,
Insert picture of Alex's lip.
I got into a skerfuffle the night before. Not really a skerfuffle. I
you
got set the
called
fuck
me-
up is what happened. But
He calls me on the way home a mess. And he's like, I got in a fight. I'm a mess. You told me you fucking soaked your lip with black velvet.
I
and-
soaked a paper
and
towel in
paper towel,
black
right.
velvet and
you're
just
like, it's not infected. It'll be fine. Can't wait to meet you tomorrow. Okay? Our date is in less than 24 hours. Our first date.
Well, how did I meet you? I reached out to you on Facebook. I sent the old creeper
Oh,
message, baby.
Right? Well, I'm so now
Dumb.
that I
You're
know,
dumb.
Now that I know you, I'm this message is so gross.
It is so cringy,
so
dude.
bad.
I don't usually do this, but you know, I think
you're really pretty and
you're really pretty, and I was just wondering if maybe sometime we could hang out or something to get to know each
and I
other.
was like, this is so sweet. Look at this guy. He's so handsome. This is so nice. What a sweetheart he is.
He's a dad. He's fucking.
Okay. So as soon as I answered the phone call of him on the way home from that face punch, I go, you are a lot rougher than I expected you to be. I was like, you're a little more like trailer trucker than I expected this
I tell
nice
everybody
guy.
I'm a fucking hillbilly, but she doesn't
Right,
believe it.
because his messages were like, "You're so pretty," and his profile picture was like him in a dress shirt with his hair done. He looks so handsome.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was me
the
and my
time.
motorcycle cut.
No,
Oh.
not at the time.
Oh.
And then can we insert that picture here? Insert Alex's profile picture here.
I don't know it. I don't remember it
It's
then.
got to be on your Facebook,
I don't remember what picture it is though.
right? I can give it to Keith.
Oh, all right, whatever. I have no idea. Was it me at the wedding?
I don't.
Was it at Zach's wedding?
No,
That's
I don't
probably
know.
what it was.
No, it wasn't, because I know you at Zach's wedding, and it wasn't that. Anyways, I was expecting this sweet guy, and this is
This is what you
lot.
get, ladies
This
and
is
gentlemen.
rough.
This is episode 15, so you're well aware of who I am.
Right. So,
What, did you find it?
I'm going to. Are you getting?
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing. I'm sorry. So yeah. So anyway, we fucking meet up, right? And you know, I'm a bit of a boozer. So
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't. That's not what my profile picture was. That's what I'm saying. That's the only one that I can think
Why
of.
did I think it was like a nice picture?
I thought it was that one.
This one?
No, that one.
No. Oh no.
She hates my spiky hair.
I do hate your spiky hair, so it definitely was not a spiky haired picture.
Well, anyway, so she agrees to hang out with me, and then so I'm a drinker, and at the time I was
Oh my god, how you showed up at my
I
apartment.
love PBR. PBR is was my favorite booze for a long time. And when I showed up to her house, I had an open 12-pack of
I
PBRs
had never experienced
that I had
anything
been
like this
drinking.
before in my
So
whole life.
she,
ripped open, half ripped open.
So
box of
I
PBR.
I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm here. She's like, oh, the door's open. Let yourself in. I'm like, all right. So I walk in and I got my 12-pack of PBR and I'm drinking already. You know,
This is where we disagree.
as one would. I wanted to loosen up for the first date.
I wanted to loosen up because
So she wants to bitch about my drinking and shit, right? So this girl comes out of her bathroom, butt ass naked.
and this is where we disagree.
So we've never met each other. We don't know each other.
I don't know what picture I'm thinking of because
We
it
li-
clearly doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I have no
and
idea.
we literally never met each other. It was like a text exchange.
For a week.
Yeah. And I walk in and I'm a stranger and she literally greets me butt ass naked. Pussy out, fucking everything, just butt ass naked. And then so I took that upon me and I just grabbed her and I said, well, let's get this over with. And I just started making out with
Just
her.
had that first kiss with his swollen, gross fat.
With my
lip.
fat punched face lip just busted open and shit. And
See, that's
must
not
have
what I
worked
think
because she
happened.
was like, all right. She's like, let me just finish getting ready and we'll go out. And I'm like, fucking hey, dude, this bitch is awesome.
And we had already knew we planned on you spending the night.
Right, yeah, I was already
like,
that's why I was
fine.
drinking already. I knew I was spending the night and shit. Like I knew we were fucking like the whole nine.
You weren't going anywhere.
So we go out, we go to this fucking local like
Wait. So let me explain what I think happened.
Oh, okay.
So what
I mean,
I
because that's
think-
what happened.
I
What do
think,
you
see, I think it's different.
mean?
I know that this is what happened because I remember seeing your PBR and your vehicle, and I was like, "What the fuck did I get myself
Oh, hold on.
into?"
Let me cut you off. The vehicle I was driving at the time,
Hoopty.
we used to call it the Hoopty. It was a 2002 Mazda Protege.
Basically, as old as I am. Okay, can we talk about
It
that?
was a 2002 Mazda Protege with oversized rims, fucking low profile tires. The tires rubbed every time you hit a bump. 5%.
Yeah, there was a new fucking tread in the tire.
5% window tint. I mean, this thing was
Low to the
dope
ground
as
as you could possibly
shit,
get.
dude. And it was a 5-speed. It was fast as fuck. It was just like like when you watch the original Fast and the Furious movie, that's the car. Like not the green one, but you could have seen this car in the background of the movie for sure. And like had the sick exhaust on it. But
Yeah, except in 2002.
yeah,
it was cool.
dope, dude. It
In
was sick. I got it for $700.
2021, it was a 20-year-old vehicle.
I got it for $700 and I traveled for work,
And
so it
this-
was good on gas.
But you were coming out of this crazy Fast and the Furious car, this hoopty, with your ripped open fucking box of beer, your big fat lip, your fucking hillbilly ass boots.
Oh
And I
yeah,
was
probably
like,
boots on.
What the fuck is
Who is
this?
this guy?
What is this? I did not sign up for this. And I swear to you, I had baggy sweatpants and a flannel on, went out and met you at the hoopty.
No.
So let me explain mine. Met you at the hoopty because I saw your vehicle and I saw the beer and I wanted puke. And then you
You
came
banged
in.
the mailman. Shut up.
Then you came in, and then I immediately got naked. So you came in, and then I got naked.
Maybe that
I think that's what
I
happened.
remember a message being like, "The door's unlocked. Let yourself in."
Maybe.
And then because I remember I walked in and you weren't there,
Well, then
and
Greta
Greta
would
was
have
jumping on me. Yes, that was the initial thing.
And Alex hates dogs.
I'm not a fan of dogs.
Oh, could we? Okay, so we're gonna talk about our dinner, and then we'll go to after.
Yeah. So we went to dinner. We had a great time. Obviously, because I'm fucking sweet, you know.
I was in shock.
I'm
the
a
whole
great
time.
date.
I was like, this guy is far more abrasive than I was expecting.
I'm loud. I swear. But at the time,
the
I had
opposite of anything I am.
I had money, you know, like I was doing good. I fucking, you know.
But he had the hoopty, so I was unsure.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, and never have I ever gone on a first date and the guy, we get out to the vehicle and he goes, "Oh, you're gonna drive, right?"
Home. Drive home.
Never.
Drive home.
Never have I ever gone on a first date and the guy's like, "You're gonna drive, right?"
We took her car. I drove home, actually, right?
You did.
I did, okay.
You did. My car.
I didn't know where we were going. You drove there, right?
Yes.
Oh, because I was drinking. That's what one does.
You still drove my car home. I still let your stupid ass drive my car home.
I didn't know where.
To a
I couldn't
place
remember where we were going. I'd never been there.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Right. It's
so.
closed now, but it was a great spot. But yeah, I mean, if one's drinking, you ask the other one to drive.
I was just shocked because never had that happened to me before. Anyways, we went out to dinner.
You're driving, right, Tuts?
Oh my gosh.
Here we are.
Look at all these red flags that I'm missing.
Here we are 3 years later.
Oh my gosh.
So
These
anyway,
microphones, they're a red flag.
yeah, we get done with our date. It was great. We had a great time.
Yep.
And we go back home, and I know I'm staying there, so I know what's going
We
down.
continue to get shit faced.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I got fucking.
So did I.
I got hammered. So obviously we start initiating in the dirty.
My old apartment was really shitty.
It was.
And-
I liked it a lot. I thought it was. I would have loved that place if I was like a single dude back in the day. That
Well,
place was awesome.
It was fine. I was a single girl, and it was great.
Right.
But you had to close the French doors to close the bedroom, and Greta would smash her head to it.
The
into
dog
it and
was
open
just
it.
so in our shit,
And
dude.
I'm not tall enough to lock and unlock the top part of the French doors, so I could never fucking lock it.
I literally. Okay, so we start getting into it, and that's what I'm saying. So, you know, parents, if you're listening, don't listen right now.
Skip 15 seconds.
Or
30
probably
seconds.
at least the next 20 minutes of this episode.
Probably this whole episode.
Yeah. So like we start fooling around or whatever, and she tries to like go down on me, but the dog was like so
Right
in our
there.
shit.
She was right there.
And I'm
she
so-
didn't want to miss anything.
I'm such
She's
not
the worst FOMO.
I'm such not an animal lover that like I just kept looking over, and she's like, "Are you gonna get hard?" And I'm like, No, I'm not. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm like, this dog is creeping me out. I'm like, I don't fucking like this shit. I'm like, this is fucking weird. I'm like, get it the fuck. Like, it was on the bed at that point.
Yeah,
It was literally right next to us, just going, just like, I thought it was going to start trying to lick my wiener. And eventually, once I started staying there, it tried to at one point, mind you. We were actually, like, it got to the point where, like, I was comfortable enough
Right.
sleeping with you, and we were banging one night, and she came right in after I finished and started trying to lick my dick while it was still hard. I'm like, get the
She's a dog.
I'm like,
okay?
get the I started freaking the fuck
Yeah.
out. I'm like, this is insane.
And now look at you sleep with her every night.
I have to. I don't have
sleeps literally
I don't have
in
a
your
fucking
skin.
choice.
Anyways, when we were about to fool around and nothing was going on, I was
Yeah,
like,
I could not get a hard on to save my life.
cannot date someone who can't fool around when the dog's right next to him.
I go, just get it out of the room and we'll be fine.
And now look at she's right next to
Oh,
us.
now I
We
don't give
even
a
know that.
fuck, obviously, but like that day, she had.
I was like this. I look at another red flag. I
well,
was
here's
like, I
the
gotta
thing.
get out.
So once that dog.
Don't call it a train.
But anyway, this is why I think it is funny that we talk about this because like we've been together for 3 years now. Like, you know, my kid calls you her stepmom and shit. Like, we've been together, and who would have thought that like
That stupid night where
this
I saw
serious
these red
relationship,
flags.
right? Yeah, this serious relationship was gonna turn into that out of this what I thought was gonna be a one night thing, and like
It turned into
it
this.
turned into this. You literally came down from Whitesboro almost every day after that.
I know.
Because she
Like the
couldn't get
next day-
enough. Couldn't get enough.
The next day, I was like, I'm gonna show up at your house, and you were like, you can't be here, and I was like, that sucks. And I showed up, and Kate was asleep.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I was
You
like,
were
you gotta get the fuck out of
okay,
here.
you have to leave.
Yeah,
And I
it
was like,
was-
okay, bye.
Yeah. I was like, you can't fucking be here. Like, my kid's here. You didn't even leave your car, though. Didn't I come outside to meet you?
I think I came up to like the very top of the stairs, and that was it.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
You were like,
I was like,
okay.
get the fuck out of here,
You
dude.
were like, okay, bye.
So I was like very protective of my daughter. Like, Lindsay's the only girl that I've ever dated since her mother that has ever met my kid. So in that regard, I've been super responsible about, like, you know, I do my best to try to be a great dad and shit, but like, I know people make mistakes and they get in relationships and they're excited and they want their kid to meet their partners and stuff. But like, I went through a lot of shit as a kid. You know, my mom is awesome, as you guys saw in the last episode. She's a fucking great girl, but like,
a great girl.
or a great woman.
She's a great girl.
She's a great girl. She's a great woman. She raised me, so, and you know,
Over there.
but
My mom, she's a great girl. Like there's a fucking cow in pasture.
but I met like a few of her boyfriends when I was a kid, so whatever. But like, I always said when me and her mother split that I wasn't gonna be that single guy that had my daughter around all these women, you know? Like, I had a 3-week policy when I was single.
a
you know?
3-week policy.
It was like you were
Yikes.
around for 3 weeks and then you were out, you know?
Oh,
That-
I thought you meant you were around for 3 weeks and then you met Cadence. That's what.
No. Like, that was my rule when I was single. It was like, because I knew I didn't want anything serious at the time. So it would be like, and I was very honest with these women. I would be literally
You
telling
did
them.
not tell me that.
I was probably going to.
I was probably going to.
I was probably going to. I would have. If
You like immediately sent me flowers. What do you mean? You were smitten.
Did I?
You sent me flowers for Easter. We met in March, and by Easter, you'd sent me a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, look at that. I'm good, huh? No, I knew we had something. It wasn't like any
I
other.
made Cadence an Easter basket. and you
Yeah,
sent
it
me a
wasn't
bouquet of
like
flowers.
anything. It wasn't like you weren't just the run of the mill hookup that
I'm
I was having, you
special.
know. And now here we are. We're doing podcasts together. We're fucking growing a family together, you know.
2 dogs. It's in the making.
No, it
We
ain't.
talked about that a month ago.
We're gonna try to buy a house. That's what we're trying to do. That's what I mean
then
by
we'll get a
growing our
second dog.
family. But
Oh,
no
yeah.
more kids. We're done with kids.
Dogs.
Fuck all that shit. I don't want another one. Yeah, maybe I said another dog. I guess.
I have multiple
Unfortunately.
videos where there's gonna be a second dog. I
What?
have multiple videos of proof.
No, we don't want another kid.
I've had plenty experience with the half of one I have. I'm great.
Yeah,
I'm
what
fine.
the fuck,
I'll take
dude?
a dog.
No, listen. I
take a dog.
told my brother's talking right now, so
Okay.
I told your mom the other day, like, Kay's 7 years old, which means we're halfway to 14, which means we're almost done with this shit. You're the idiot that did it. Nobody told you
And
to do
look
that.
at- Rick, in 10 years, we're gonna be able to go on vacation.
We're able to do whatever we want. I'm selfish as fuck. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, you should be.
Exactly.
You should be. You're an idiot.
My whole life, I was like, I want children. I want children. I want children.
We almost
I got
we
Kay.
literally
Don't get me wrong,
no,
love
we
her
almost
more than
split up a
everything,
couple times
but
because of it.
I'm okay.
We had a lot of
I'm way okay with just my dog.
we had a lot of
fights
a
about
lot
it.
of fights about kids and
It
shit,
took me a
but
long
like
time.
I have not had the greatest experience having a kid. And I'll be honest with you, truthfully, since this is a podcast and I've been very honest about it since the day I started it, I didn't want kids.
And
my-
I did so
I
bad.
didn't want to have kids. I never saw myself being a dad. As you see, I'm a fucking lunatic. So like to raise a kid, it's so hard
Right.
because I still talk to her the way that I
would talk to a friend or
talk to an adult or
I guess.
anything. It's so bad, and like she has a bunch of emotional issues, and like it's a lot. And you know we get through it, and we do our best, and we try as hard as we can. But like
It's a lot.
I don't want to start again. And I told her straight up, I was like, if that's what you want, I'm like, then we can't be together.
Right.
And I was very transparent about that because I was like, this is it. And I'm fucking in this. I'm 7 years. I'm
What?
7
Spit it
years
out.
in. I don't want to start at fucking square one again.
And I did for a long time. But at the same time, my brain's fucked up where I want like a baby But then I don't want like anything else.
Yeah, she just wants to have a baby for a little while.
Yeah, I just.
And
want
luckily,
a
my
baby.
brother just had one, so we can
Right?
just see one anytime we want.
I
He's the
just
cutest little
want
fucker
To
ever.
hold on to a little baby, and then once they can start like running around and talking back, I'm no longer interested.
Right. So that would mean I would have to do
So-
everything like I
That's
did
also
before.
why I don't think having a child's a great idea.
So I think that
The face Rick is making, it makes me feel fucked up.
we
Like, I'm
have
mess.
we have a good plan. I mean, I'm gonna be so in 10 years.
What?
In
What did you say?
10 years, Cadence is gonna be 17 years old. I'm only gonna be fucking 42.
Imagine how old I'll be.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have a hot ass 36-year-old wife, right?
And we can.
And we can
Do-
travel. We can do all this
Our
fun
life,
shit.
Our life has just begun because we're still young.
Exactly. We'd still be young.
You know what? You can put the dog in a little kennel and
Right.
doggy daycare, and the dog will have the best week of its life.
We can
and so
bring
will we.
Kay on vacation with us. Like it'll be
Right.
fun.
Right. Kay will be an adult. It'll be fun.
I also don't think that she would do well with a sibling. She says that she would and that she acts like she would, but like I see her around her friends and stuff.
She got very
She doesn't-
mad when Zach's son was here. She's like, he was touching stuff.
He was
to put
touching
it
my
in
stuff.
his mouth.
Yeah. Or like
He's a 1-year-old baby. That makes sense.
yeah, or like when her friends who I'm close with their parents, so like her friends that I'm close with, when they give me attention, or they're like Uncle Alex or Uncle B-Rag,
Even
you know.
when you give me attention.
Yeah, she gets very mad.
She's
so
like, she has to immediately come and be like, oh my God.
Don't touch my dad. She gets super mad.
It's so funny.
So I just think that
Funny.
not introducing a child to this fucking equation is a smart idea.
That's fair.
Plus, with the fucking economy the way that it is and the way that the fucking world's turning out, like I'm having a hard enough time now doing it with a 7-year-old. Like I'm kind of prepper status a little bit. Like we have a little preppers hideout.
Oh my gosh.
We got a little like a supply kit that I've been buying. Lindsay thinks I'm crazy, dude. All right, keep this in, Keith. So yeah, dude, my life has just been a fucking wild mess, dude. And meeting Lindsay was honestly incredible. You know, I couldn't have asked for a better girlfriend to settle down with and do this shit with. And it's been super awesome and shit. And she's been great with my kid and stuff. And I mean, we've had our ups and downs and shit, you know, like what relationship doesn't. But, you know, it's been awesome. And I'm glad that, like, she supports me with this podcast and everything that we do. And it's been a great, great fucking time. So I figured I would say that while she was gone. So she can't use it against me. So shh. All right, guys, we're back on the show. Sorry, my brother was leaving. I wanted to say goodbye.
Take a break. Yeah.
We just took a little break. I had to pee. She wanted to go out and smoke and shit. So, but yeah, so I mean, I literally just wanted to sit down and do this so that like we had some content. We had an episode to put out. It might not be as long as the rest of them or whatever, but at least we took a week off. We needed the break. I mean,
Yeah,
Keith.
spend time with your family.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what happened. We had Easter. Me and Keith have been so fucking busy. I mean, we both work full-time jobs. Lindsay works a full-time.
got a baby.
Yeah, he's got a fucking 1-year-old son, Marshall. We love him.
So cute. Looks like the Michelin Man.
So, like I said, me and Lindsay have been trying to do this episode forever. So, I figured we'd get on here and finally get it done. No fighting,
How we met.
bullshit.
How we fell in love.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm gonna call this
Kind
episode.
of perfect because our anniversary's coming. Our anniversary's right up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna call this episode is falling in love.
Falling in love.
I think that's a great.
That's cute.
That's a great name for this episode.
Which is so funny because we're so different. We are
It's-
very, very different people.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane how different we are.
I know. We butt heads a little bit because of it, but
But I also think that's what makes us so good. I mean, I think that's why. I mean, we're both very open with each other.
yeah, we're very honest.
We're honest to a fault, honestly. Sometimes, like it's crazy. I don't think a lot of couples communicate and talk the way that we do to each other.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They
So-
can be a little abrasive sometimes.
We've also
Sometimes we're a little
been
too honest.
We've also been as a couple have been through a lot of crazy shit that we don't have to
Yeah.
get into.
Right.
But
Things have not been smooth sailing the whole time.
I mean, yeah, it's nuts.
Right.
So
But we worked it out. Every time we
and
work it out.
Here we are. And, tomorrow we're going to go look at our first house together. So by the time this comes out, we'd have already looked at our first house.
Right. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Wish us some luck. Manifest this.
I mean, I don't think we're going to buy this one.
No, I don't think we're gonna buy it. But even looking at the first house, we know we've got something. We
got to prove. We got to prove for a mortgage.
We know
So we're pumped.
We're looking at our first house. This is a step in the right direction. Step in the direction of getting a house together.
Yeah, I've been in this apartment for 5 years.
We've
4 or
outgrown
5
it.
years.
We gotta get out.
And Kay's just getting old. She needs her own space. We can't be on top of each other
Yeah.
anymore.
I think that also has a play into us butting heads because we
We're
are
just
living
so
in
on-
close
yeah.
quarters.
I
If we
mean-
actually have some space,
I think this apartment's like fucking maybe 700 square feet.
right? If we can
Maybe.
manage living in this apartment for 3 years together, we'll be fine.
Yeah. So, but yeah. I thought Rick was going to come on. And I mean, I texted him, or he texted me, he wanted to hang out. I mean, he's going through so much shit right now.
Life's hard for him.
Hardcore shit. I'm not going to air out his dirty laundry or whatever, but that's why the other microphone's set up. I thought for sure he was going to come on and talk some shit with us or whatever, but
I'm kind of glad we got to do our own episode together.
it was weird. It was
Having a
weird
live audience.
with him just watching us like,
Eating
just
snacks.
go home, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, it was
Not
nice.
even that, but like, why are you just go home? Why are you just sitting on my couch?
No, go home to
eating
your
my
baby.
food? Like you're just sitting here eating my eclairs and making sandwiches and shit.
And the dog.
You can't
got
do that at
dogs
your-
at home, Rick.
So like literally he
Poor Rick, we're just.
I know I'm
busting
gonna
his chops
I'm
after
gonna
we
rag
laugh.
on you now
After
because
he
you're
just
not
left.
here. But he texts me. He goes, he's like, I figured you wanted some company. I was like, yeah, sure, come over. I go, we're gonna do a podcast tonight
Right,
though. I'm
we
like,
said we have to do.
I go,
this.
we have to do
Finally
a
gotta get it out.
we have to do a podcast tonight. I'm like, you want to sit down on it, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm down. And then he gets here and he's like,
No.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, so you're just gonna sit here and watch me and
He's
Lindsay?
like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then the whole time he's just like making faces and doing shit, and just
Like
being.
the TV's on, but it's on mute, so it's
Yeah.
not even like you can watch TV.
He's just-
he can watch Schitt's Creek, but you
He's
can't
just
hear it.
being a cocksucker, just like, and then he goes to the fridge and he's making sandwiches and he's fucking eating my
Hanging out with the
eclairs,
dog.
hanging out with the dog. It's like, dude, just go home. Like,
Right.
go to
Greta
your
got-
fucking house.
Greta got a new necklace if you see her bopping around
Why are you eating my food, motherfucker?
from Naughty
like,
Paws.
like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that's done. I want to say, if you're listening to this, we're 15 episodes in. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, not saying you do, not saying you don't, but if you enjoy it and you're a local business or if you're anything like that and you enjoy the content that I give and you want to sponsor this podcast, hit me up. I'm at Talking Shit with B-Rag Podcast on Instagram or B-Rag315 or B-Rag315 on Instagram. Just shoot me a message, shoot me a DM. I would love to get a sponsor for this show. We got Macrina's Cleanouts. He's one of my best friends. Obviously, he's a staple on the show.
Yep.
He'll be on in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
Obviously, we say he sponsors the podcast, but he really doesn't. But shout out his business.
He gives entertainment for free.
Exactly.
And
He's on the
great-
show. He gives
great
us
cleanouts.
Yeah, and he does amazing work. And then we also have Wood's Full Service Tire or Wood Service. My buddy Andrew Wood, he's one of the best fucking mechanics in the world. I
Fixing
don't
the cars. all
don't
of
have his number in front of me, but
We can
I
post it.
I can put it in the details or in the description of the video. Amazing, amazing, amazing mechanic. He doesn't fuck
Everything.
He doesn't fuck people over. I
Right.
mean, he does engines, transmissions. I mean, he
Inspections.
does everything from top to bottom. He's one of the best. He's a great friend of mine. He has been for years. I told him that I was going to do this, and I thought for sure he was going to be like, I don't
Was
want to
that
be
another earthquake?
Yeah.
You feel that?
Yeah. We should talk about that one.
Oh my God, my dog.
Let me
the
finish
earthquake
this. Let me
today
finish
was my
this.
dog. Sorry.
But anyway, so yeah, if you need any mechanical work done, we'll put his number and his everything in the description. Andrew Wood Service. What did he say it was called? So he's out in the country. He's got his own garage and shit. It's 100% legit. He's state certified. Wood's Full Service, I think he called it, or something like that was the name. But it's Andrew Wood. Shout out, motherfucker. I love you. But yeah, So now that we're done with our spiel about our shout outs and our sponsors. So today, what is today's date?
April 5th. Today is Friday, April 5th.
Friday, April 5th.
There was an earthquake
upstate
in
New York. There was a fucking earthquake.
And it broke my dog in half.
It broke everybody. I didn't even feel it. I was taking a shit when it happened.
I don't even know what I was doing. I wish I could go back in time and think about
everybody was. I was literally just sitting there scrolling through Facebook, and everybody's like, "Earthquake? Did you feel that? It's shaking." But like, I have a friend who lives in New York City who felt it. Oh, obviously, because they were in New Jersey, right? But shout out Jeff Coaches. He lives out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and literally he posted it on Facebook and was like, "Did anybody else feel this earthquake?" And I'm like,
"No way."
I'm like, "Jeff, how the fuck?" Like, and then Kobe Hunter, shout out, buddy. He lives up in East Herkimer. He felt it. All these motherfuckers, and then here I am in Mohawk. Nothing. I didn't feel shit.
It broke the dog.
It broke the dog. So obviously dogs have like intuition or they feel things that humans don't. I had to explain this to Cadence. She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, dogs just have like a sense with nature. Right. They just know when things are going to happen or when they happen. She
can hear stuff. She can smell stuff.
So if you can look off camera on Lindsay's left-hand side, you might be able to see my snowboard bag, but I don't know if you can or not. There's a corner over here, and for some reason, whatever happened triggered that dog.
Insert picture of Greta.
She sat there for no joke 4 hours all day.
You sent me like 5 sessions of videos.
So many Snapchats throughout the day of her just literally sitting there.
My poor baby.
Just doing nothing.
Traumatized.
Just laying there. And I'm like, I'm calling her over. I'm trying to give her treats. And like Cadence is trying to play with her. And she would be distracted for 30 seconds and then just go right back.
So weird. She laid there, was whining at the corner.
It was so fucking weird. And then just so happened we watched American Horror Story last night. So I'm just like, this bitch is looking at ghosts and shit.
So today, one of my coworkers comes in and she's like, "Oh, my son has a new girlfriend. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know much about her. Her name was this. Her dog's name is Tate." And I was like, and we just watched American Horror Story last night, and that's what his name is. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh my God, that dog eats people in the basement." Fuck.
So the first episode or the first season of American Horror Story is Murder House. It.
I can do all true crime, but I cannot do gore. And American Horror Story is just gory.
I don't think it's that gory.
I can't do blood.
But anyway, the guy's name is Tate. He's the guy that plays Jeffrey Dahmer in the Netflix.
Evan Peters.
Yeah, he's amazing. And this is where he got his claim to fame, or how his got his start, basically, was American Horror Story. He's in every one. Every season he's in with a different character.
He was in a movie called Sleepover back in like 2005.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
His name was SpongeBob.
Well, he's probably a fucked up person in that, too, huh?
No, he played a loser with a skateboard. It's a great movie.
Oh.
It's got the girl from Spy Kids, Alexa.
The sister?
Alexa Vega.
Oh,
right?
really?
That's her name? Yeah.
What is it called?
Sleepover. It's a really good movie.
Was it a Nickelodeon movie?
Basically. Basically. It came out when I was like 7.
Oh, don't watch that Nickelodeon documentary
unless you want
either.
Your childhood to be ruined.
It's just bullshit.
Sad.
It's just weird because you're like the guy from Good Burgers raping kids. Like that fat, weird motherfucker. Like, so we started watching it because obviously I'm a 90s baby. I'm a 92. Like Lindsay got the late end of it. She's 97, so she didn't get the full experience. I'm a 92. I was there from the fucking get-go, basically.
I was there from the get-go.
You know what I mean? So, but when I saw that he was the problem, I was like, I literally said to you,
he was only the beginning of the problem.
But no, the whole documentary is about him.
Yeah, but he's not the one that was actually touching kids.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, so it was him.
He was just making like sexual porno references.
They said he knocked up Amanda Bynes.
Oh, you're right.
When she was 13 years old.
You're right.
So.
You're right. They did say that.
But it's just weird
he's not the one that
documentary.
Was raping Drake Bell.
Right. Yeah. No, he wasn't. That was some other creep.
And then the other guy.
But still, like
a third and a fourth.
It's just so weird. It's just a weird documentary. It's just I mean, it's good, I guess. But it's so strange to me. Like, I don't know. I don't get any of that
I was
stuff.
listening to the
fucking-
Giggly Squad, of course, and they were
Shout
talking
out, guys.
about Giggly Squad. They were talking about how hard it is to get like a job with kids, like to get a job at a school, to get a job at like anywhere. You have to get all sorts of background checks and stuff. But
to be on TV
right,
or
to-
entertainment,
right, to be
don't have to do
entertaining or
anything.
writing children's scripts, you can just
Be
a
there.
fucking random creep pedophile.
be like, hey, my
straight.
friend writes stuff
Right.
for kids. Can he be? Oh yeah, bring him on.
Maybe like porno
Bring 'em
gestures,
on.
but that's fine. Yeah, let's let them teach.
Yeah, that was a
kids what
lot
to
of
do.
that was a lot of that documentary
Yeah.
was like I guess I
sexual
didn't realize
references.
that.
Yeah,
As
I
a-
didn't
you
think
don't
about
realize
it.
that, but like when you think about it, like a lot of the Amanda Show and
Right.
all that stuff,
What was the one with like Ariana Grande? She got like a
dumping
a potato.
water that get the juice out of the
Right,
potato, and she's like
right.
jerking this potato
Yeah,
off,
she
or
pours
like
water like all over her chest and everything. It's so like you don't think
Cringe.
about it as a kid, but like watching it now is so creepy.
But-
To know that guy was being a weirdo is so.
everybody's
icky.
also so woke these days, though. Too.
true.
Nobody was woke then.
That's true.
Now everybody's a fucking woke soldier.
Also, kind of
And go fuck yourself if you
a little
are.
bit fuck Ariana Grande. So
Shout out, bitch.
a little bit.
Why?
fuck
What's
you.
wrong with her?
She.
I don't know anything about she's up on the fucking specs of all the
am. I love the-
entertainment
I
stuff. I
love
don't
the
give a
drama.
fuck about any of this
So
shit.
I think she's fucked up for Mac Miller, and I think that was her soulmate, and her life's just gonna be fucked because he's dead. But
I thought she was with Pete Davidson.
right. So they got engaged, and then she made a song. And she was like, I don't even know who that is. Then she got engaged to a guy and married a guy who looks just like Pete Davidson, but a baby version. And now,
How can you be a baby version of Pete Davidson? He looks like a baby.
except it's like pre-tattoos, so it looks like 13-year-old Pete Davidson, who already looks like a 16-year-old. This just looks like a 13-year-old. So then they get married, and now she's dating a guy who looks like a cartoon character, who looks kind of like her brother, who was married. He was married and just had a baby with a woman. His wife, not a random woman, his wife, and then left his baby and his wife like very abruptly to go
be with Grande?
Yeah, who was still married at the time as well.
Can I just say
Because
that
they're
she's
both on the
named after
Wicked.
a taco on a Taco Bell menu?
I don't think that's how that works.
That's
I
obviously
don't
not
think
her
that's
real
it.
name. Ariana Grande is
I'll
not
Google
her real name. She picked to be a famous person with the name Ariana Big.
Ariana
Grande means
Butera. Butera. Yeah.
So it's Butera.
It's hyphenated. It's always hyphenated.
Okay, so or that's her married name, but what is
No,
her
her married
what
name
is-
would have been Gomez, Dalton Gomez.
what is Ariana Grande's?
So look at this guy.
What is Oh, I know who that is. I know that. He looks like
He looks
Mark
like
Zuckerberg.
a big toe.
He looks like Mark Zuckerberg.
He looks like a sick big toe.
This is
Like, why
Mark
does he look
Zuckerberg's
sick?
kid.
We can put a real photo
That's
of him.
Mark Zuckerberg's kid, probably.
He looks like a sick big toe. Like he looks
What?
ill.
What I'm saying.
Look at-
That's Mark Zuckerberg, dude. He's the one that
Look at
made
her.
Facebook.
Even she looks sick.
That's Ariana Grande?
Yeah, she looks
oh,
sick.
weird. Ew, that's too skinny.
She's too
Ew.
skinny. Her hair's the same color as her skin.
Ew.
Poor honey.
I don't like that. You're Latino. Let that ass grow, bitch.
But like he left his wife and his baby.
I mean, to be
like-
with somebody rich and famous, I would do the same thing.
I guess.
Why wouldn't you?
But it's like a fling. It's not necessarily like you're gonna be together forever.
You can
It's like
still make
fling.
money off it, though. It could be. It could be
Oh,
a
so-
career move.
So focus on what he looks like, right? Then
Mark
I'll show you,
Zuckerberg.
Right. So I'm gonna show you her brother.
He looks like. I'm sorry, I keep saying it, but he looks just like Mark Zuckerberg. And back to what I was saying before, Grande Taco, Grande Burrito at Taco Bell.
Boyfriend, brother.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
Not really.
You don't think so? They have the
I
same,
mean,
like,
he
no-
looks gay as fuck.
Which one?
The red, with the red shirt on. Or orange, is that orange?
I guess they don't look that much
They
alike.
really don't look anything
No.
alike. That was
Okay,
wrong.
so I'm gonna show you her ex-husband that looks like Pete Davidson.
Yeah. You famous people are fucking crazy.
Tell me that's not her and Pete Davidson.
It looks like her and James Franco.
It's not.
That's who that looks like. Fuck Pete Davidson.
Isn't James Franco also
A
supposed to be
rapist.
creep? Yeah.
Apparently.
Interesting.
Let me see. Yeah, it's James Franco, dude.
James Franco.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I get-
what
yeah,
do
I
you
see
mean? This
it.
is the end. This
looks
is
like-
Pineapple
tell me-
Pineapple Express, baby. What do you
Looks like
mean?
Pete Davidson.
Maybe the smile that he's
It is
doing.
the weird smirk. I think he looks like a baby Pete Davidson.
He looks more like fucking James Franco, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, James Franco is made out to be this rapist, and maybe he is, but I mean, he's a hell of an actor, and he's hilarious as fuck. I love that guy. Oh, he looks like a cancer survivor in that fucking picture.
Oh, maybe that's her type. Her type must be people that look
Jesus
sick.
Christ, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry
We
for saying
cracked-
that, but
Ariana Grande, I'm so sorry that we just cracked the code to your life that you
You
like
like-
boys that look sick.
you like cancer
You
survivors.
like sick boys. Oh my goodness.
And all of my
That's why she
family
thinks she can
dies from
fix
cancer,
that.
so you can't cancel me for
So
that.
she's gonna come for you.
What? Hey, what's up, baby?
So I think she thinks she can fix them.
Nah, I'm tatted up, and
They're ill.
I'm too
so
crazy.
was Pete Davidson.
I'm too crazy.
Pete
though.
Davidson's tatted up and wild.
Not like me. I'm a different wild.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. There's no one like you.
So
Al.
here's the thing: if this podcast ever took off, and like I had to go to Hollywood or something, no way.
Alex would not make it. He
I
would have a heart
lived.
attack
Listen,
on
I
the way.
lived in California, and I lived in Santa Cruz, California.
If Joey Diaz can do it, I think you can do it. Okay.
Right, but he made a huge.
Pissed a lot of people off, I'm sure.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, me and Joey Diaz are a lot alike, and I don't want to compare myself to him because he's a legend. He's a great legend, whatever. But we're very similar, and I feel like that if I had to ever go to Hollywood, like especially this
you would
day
have
of
to just
people,
sit there and I would have to talk for you. Because I can be nicer than
yeah,
you.
this day of people would never be able to
I would
handle
have to
me.
do it.
I'd be like, dude, you're such a little fucking bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
I would just be pinching
Pinching me
you
the
and
whole
being
time.
like, I will talk, Alex. You will just sit
Yeah.
there and smile, and I will fucking speak for you
There's no
because
way.
I can be nice.
We're a different breed, dude. If you grow up on the East Coast, and I say it to this day because I lived on the West Coast and I can say it, West Coast people are so different from East Coast people.
Really?
It is such a culture shock when you go over there.
See, but it's also a culture shock if you go down south, or a culture shock if you go
we're
up
more,
north.
but we're more similar to like I feel I could fit in with Southern people really well. We have a lot of the same beliefs. We act
Yes,
a lot
but
of the same.
You're too rough for them.
No,
Yes.
for Southern people.
Yes, you swear too much. You're too like, fuck this, fuck you, fuck. And they're gonna be like, oh Lord,
Oh.
have mercy on my pearls.
God bless your cotton socks, young boy.
You're gonna go outside. You're gonna have to live outside. God bless your cotton.
God bless your
socks.
cotton socks, young boy.
Right.
You know where I got that from?
You're gonna have to live
You're-
outside.
Hold on. I got
No, I
it.
don't know
have
where
to
that
tell this
is.
story. I have to. Okay, so Kim and Doug, my aunt and uncle. Shout out, guys. I know you listen. They have awesome parties at their house, which we have to go to the April party before we film that podcast with that model.
Okay.
So that day, that's what we have to do.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a long day. Anyway,
Can you don't have longevity.
I'll be fine. I'll make sure I'm fine.
Hey, Kaden, stop biting your fingers.
I got a hangnail. Anyway, so there's a friend of theirs that hangs out. He's a big drunk. I don't want to put. I'm not gonna.
That doesn't narrow
I'm
it
not
down.
gonna.
so.
I'm not. I'll tell you off camera. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. He actually might listen. One time when we were kids, we would spend the night there, and then my mom would go four-wheeling with them.
Okay.
So we were home alone sleeping, and my mom would be out four-wheeling God knows where.
Right.
This-
Tammy's living it up.
This one man was passed out in the garage, drunk as fuck.
That's everything.
We were young, like Cadence's age, and Kev was the only one awake. I was sleeping. Shauna was sleeping, my cousin, and we had a 90cc four-wheeler that we used to ride all the time. It's a little kid
That
four-wheeler.
literally means nothing.
It's a little
to me.
kid four-wheeler. So this
Alex,
guy.
let me talk to you about morphine.
Hold on.
makeup brushes Right now.
This motherfucker comes up out of a dead sleep, hammered drunk, sees Kev awake, comes in the house, goes, I'll pay you to drive me home. And Kev goes, I'm 9. How am I supposed to drive you home? He's like, well, can you drive that four-wheeler?
I'm 9.
He's like, can you drive that 4-wheeler? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, just bring me home on that then. He's like, okay.
Oh my God.
God bless. He literally looks at Kevin, goes, God bless your cotton socks. Thank you so much.
What the
He's a
fuck?
big, tall man. Big motherfucker of a guy.
There's so many.
Yeah,
They're all
I hang
big
out
drunks.
with a
Big drunk.
he's a fucking
doesn't narrow
unit.
it down, right?
He's a unit, and dude, he's a unit. I'll tell you that right now. I love that motherfucker. But anyway, he's the
I don't
one.
think you would go. You would.
If you're a
blend
family
well
member and
with
you're hearing this, you know the saying "God bless your cotton socks" because it's been thrown around the garage for so many years because of this story.
So Bunny, Jelly Roll's wife, got in trouble at the Texas rodeo because in the first 5 minutes or whatever, you're not supposed to swear. You're not supposed to swear at
At the
all.
rodeo?
Yes, you can't swear.
Come on.
So if you swear, you get banned for so many years or
That's
something.
crazy.
And as soon as she walked in, he made her get on the stage and she swore, and they got in trouble.
That's insane.
So that's also how I know you wouldn't fend well in the South.
That's
It's the
fucking
swear.
crazy, dude. I swear, I do
swearing.
swear so much.
Right.
It's
That's
fucking
what's gonna
unreal.
Get you in trouble. And also the fact that the name of the podcast has a swear word in it.
See, I don't think shit is a bad word. Like when I named the podcast and I came out with all this shit, I mean it fits. It's such a fitting name.
Right.
And then when Olivia came up with the logo and everything, just like everything fell into place. Like
Right.
what would I call it?
Right. You can't call it like talking crap with B-Rag.
Talking
poo with
Talking with B-Rag.
Talking poo with B-Rag. Talking farts with B-Rag.
I wanted to call it
Talking toots.
the original
Talking toots with B-Rag.
toots. Hey Tim, them toots, couple 2-3 toots in the bathroom.
Oh, not the toots I meant. But that is more fitting.
Timmy at work,
I know what you mean.
he breaks my balls all the time because obviously we're good friends and I talk to him. He goes, yeah, we'll get
Little toots in the bathroom.
going at work. He'll be like, just go do a couple 2-3 toots in the bathroom. You'll be all right.
Oh my God.
Because he's never done anything like that in his life. He's not only ever seen it. So he's just
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, he's like, just a couple 2-3 toots, you know? And he's like this big, it's just, I'm going to have him on the
his sister
show.
listens.
Oh, probably. 100%.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Harmony, what's up?
That's hilarious. Oh, I can't even remember what I was going to say now. That
That's
threw
all
me right off.
I'm such a dick.
Oh, fuck. Well, yeah, I want to have Timmy on. That'd be great. He's the one that sold me all this
Oh,
equipment.
yeah. Thank
You're the
you
reason.
for this.
You're the reason that
Wow,
this
my phone
podcast
is
is
blowing
happening.
up.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you it's just your family fucking message board, but
Hey, those are my friends.
the only
Ew,
friends.
that sounded like you're going to baby barf at the table.
No, I took some Pepto before I started drinking.
I didn't even know we had any. That was just Tums.
No, the Pepto's mine.
oh, the vodka we have to share, but the Pepto is yours.
Do a little mixture. It's a great cocktail.
Ew.
A little Pepto vodka mixture. It's delish.
You throw in that raspberry lemonade for the pink splash. Talking toots.
Oh, that's what we were saying. Oh, so when me and Chris talked
This
about
has been Talking Toots.
so when me and Chris decided, like, not decided, but we talked about this podcast for a whole summer, right? What did I say I wanted to call it? We Dem Boys.
Oh my God. That's the
all I could
gayest thing
that's all I could come up with is
ever
We Dem Boys.
We Dem Boys.
We Dem Boys podcast. And it's probably already a podcast.
Bleh.
And it was so dumb. And
So lame.
then the idea died.
Yeah.
And then
He told me that, and I was like,
we
no,
never talked
you
about it
can't.
again until I started working at my new
cannot
job.
do
And then I
that.
came home and I was like, I'm going to buy this podcast equipment. And you're like, what?
Pick a new name. Pick a new fucking name.
And then talking shit with B-Rag.
Perfect.
It's great.
It is, but I still think people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's a swear word." I guess it's not
Yeah.
too bad when you.
I mean,
like-
so shout out
Ashley.
Ashley. Look at the merch, dude. What do you guys think of this? Would you buy this? Do you like this? I
Again,
mean,
once
so
I get my nails done, we're gonna do an AS.
she might be on the podcast tomorrow.
Hopefully, that makes you.
She made this cup for Lindsay.
If she's not on the podcast, me
She
and
also-
her are hanging out in the back
yeah.
playing with baby chickens.
So this is my best friend, one of my best friend, Josh's
Josh,
wife.
you've seen Josh.
He's been on the show. His wife Ashley made this. It's fucking awesome. Obviously, look
so
at it.
cute. And it's keeping my drink perfectly cold.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a
you, Ashley.
fucking sick ass cup. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I would call this. I have no other ideas. I mean, it just came. It literally just came to me.
Talking toots.
Talking toots, but that just like.
Talking toots. Thanks for talking toots.
I think that would be gay.
It is gay.
It'd be so gay.
We them boys.
Yeah, that was super gay. Well, like, what the fuck else are they gonna call it?
Toots.
I don't know. I just thought
I'm gonna keep that forever.
Once I came up with the talking shit with B-Rag, I just thought, I mean, that's good. If you know me, I've been a huge shit talker.
This is just talking shit about each other, about everyone else. It's fine.
Like, literally, when I reach out to people now to be on the show, they're like, I would love to sit down and talk some shit with you. So like, we have 2 big guests coming up.
This is about gossiping. This is a gossip show.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we have 2 big guests coming up.
Very exciting.
We're pretty excited about it. So one
plus another guest coming back for part 3.
Oh, yeah, Biddy's going to come back and do part 3, so we're excited about that. But we have another actual model coming on. She does, like, car shows. And, like, I mean, if you're on Instagram, she had, like, 16,000 followers. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then we got another local rapper coming on who's got another 10,000 followers on Instagram. He's a friend of mine. I mean, I've known him for years. Didn't even think about having him on the show, but I mean, he reached out to Nick, and then Nick said something. I mean, it all kind of worked out. So he's going to be on the show. Just so stay tuned. I think you guys are going to really like what we got in store. And then after those, we're just going to, like I said, I made a video today. If you want to be on this show and you are talented, or you're a model,
or you want to talk shit,
or you just like have a crazy story, and like you can sit here and, I mean, I can interview you for hours.
Right.
I'm super good at doing that. Lindsay loves doing it if she wants to do it. I mean, if you want to be on this show, just reach out.
Right.
If you're some fucking idiot that I encountered in my life and like we did drugs together, no, you're not going to be on the show. I'm sorry. I love you, but no, you're not going to be on the show. I'm sorry. But like, if you're making something in your life, you're successful, like, I hate to sound small-minded and like whatever, but we need to make this show big. Mm-hmm. Oh, I had another friend of mine who's gonna come on the show. He did 7 years in prison. I mean, I think that story is gonna be amazing. Yeah. It's just getting him here to fucking actually do it.
Actually sit here.
Fucking asshole. Thanks for bailing. You should have been here today, you fucking cocksucker. That's why we're doing this right now. Yeah, shout out. I completely forgot about that, actually. That's why me and Lindsay are doing this right now, because he was supposed to be here right now, but he bailed on me the fucking week before he was supposed to be here. But yeah, I mean, fuck, I love this show. I love you guys. I think we should end it now, though. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a perfect spot for us to end the show. Like, subscribe.
Thanks for talking toots.
Just fucking subscribe to that YouTube channel, dude. Just get those numbers up.
YouTube, the TikTok,
I mean, dude,
the Instagram, the Facebook, all of it.
Yeah, every time we post a new episode, the episodes grow and grow and grow. But we need those subscriber numbers to grow, too. Mm-hmm. Just because the views are growing, great. I love it. I mean, it makes me so.
I love it.
It makes me so excited every time.
Yes, he's always walking around the house. He's like, Linz, look at what we got. Look what we got.
The numbers are. I mean, we're so small town, and to get like hundreds of views is awesome. But hit that subscribe button. It doesn't hurt you, but it helps me.
Definitely helps us.
Helps us. Helps me. Helps this show. Helps us grow. Helps people see the show.
Right.
Hit that fucking subscribe button on Instagram. I mean, share this shit. Share these little fucking reels that I make. I mean, even though they're dumb, and I mean,
it's so fun.
Whatever. Just share it. It helps. But anyways, we love you guys. Thanks for watching the show. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And this has been Talking Shit with B-Rag. We're going to sign out. Peace.
Bye.